సోషల్ స్టాక్ ఎక్స్చేంజ్ అని ఒక కాన్సెప్ట్ వచ్చింది. భారత ప్రభుత్వము ఎన్జిఓస్ కూడా స్వచ్ఛంద సంస్థలు కూడా షేర్లు స్టాక్ ఎక్స్చేంజ్లో మనం పబ్లిష్ చేయొచ్చు, లిస్ట్ చేయొచ్చు. డొనేషన్ కాకుండా షేర్లు ఇస్తాము విరాళం ఇచ్చిన వాళ్ళకి. అలాంటి ఒక కాన్సెప్ట్తో వచ్చారు. సెక్యూరిటీస్ ఎక్స్చేంజ్ బోర్డ్ ఆఫ్ ఇండియా బాంబే హెస్ బీన్ గివెన్ an opportunity to empower the communities. There are 34 lakhs of NGOs available in the country. So memandaram kuda we requested SEBI officials. SEBI had sent an emissary in the name of S. Jeevan, Chief General Manager SEBI, whose profile is there with us, and in turn National Stock Exchange set up a stall there. ఎన్జిఓస్ చక్కగా వినండి, కార్పొరేట్స్ బాగా వినండి. నేషనల్ స్టాక్ ఎక్స్చేంజ్, బాంబే స్టాక్ ఎక్స్చేంజ్ ఈజ్ గోయింగ్ టు లిస్ట్ social organizations in their stock exchanges. So saying, I now request Jeevan Jai.
Good afternoon to you all. So now I'm speaking after how spiritual gurus have spoken. So I have a tough task ahead of me, but I would seek your indulgence. First and foremost, out of the deepest of emotions, I would like to thank Abhaya Foundation and Swami Balachandra for giving me this opportunity to come to Hyderabad. And as Swamiji earlier said, there is always a cosmic connection. So let me share a small connection with Hyderabad. And Hyderabad is a new connection for me, and I hope it goes on. So Hyderabad I know as a city of learning and opportunities. So last year my daughter was here in Bharat Biotech for her internship project. From there my association with Hyderabad has multiplied. In the last 2 months, in as many times I have been in Hyderabad. Even as I was sitting there, I was taking down notes with our colleague here, where I am planning another visit to Hyderabad in the next month. So hope my connection with Hyderabad on a personal ground grows deeper as we go along. This is my personal. So we heard, I got some notes, I think probably one of the few speakers who came with the notes. It's not my lecture. I tried to capture the learnings of what speakers said today. So I'll just give you a glance of what I could capture. So we got somebody who spoke about birth, how the human has taken birth. And he also at the same speech, he talked about how one would like his obituary to be written. So he said that the gap between the birth and the obituary, you have to fill up. And what you have to fill up with, Swamiji mentioned, giving. So my present, I don't want to say this is a discourse or this is a sharing opportunity that Abhaya Foundation has given me, is trying to tell you the tools for giving. So there was somebody who, the Swamiji mentioned about cosmic social responsibility. How do we give? Do we regret while giving? Be a giver. You should give now. How much to give? How to give? So these are all the questions he has posed at a very spiritual level. But we all know there is a gap between what is spiritual and how we walk the talk on how we do spiritual things. So I believe what I will be sharing with you now is trying to bridge the gap of what all these questions have been asked and how we will do what we are supposed to do as far as giving is concerned. So we all know there are 34 lakh NGOs that are there in the domain. So NGOs require funds, that funds as in donation or support in terms of resources and others. What the government has tried to do 3 years ago has announced that somebody who wants to give should in return get accountability for whatever has been given by the donor. He should be able to have or engage in trust as far as the organization is concerned. So they articulated an idea of a social stock exchange. So what does this mean? So it simply means that NGOs that are otherwise registered and doing their charitable work in their own domain. We try to give them visibility by listing on the social stock exchange. Giving visibility on the social stock exchange brings in a wider sphere of domain for donors that will be attracted. There will be people who will see the visibility of this particular NGO and try to invest or donate money to that particular NGO or for that particular cause. The biggest impediment for somebody or hesitation that somebody has while giving is that he should be knowing what is happening to his money that he is donating. So people will give more to a fund or to a particular purpose if the NGO or the institution or a social enterprise is willing to demonstrate how he manages the activity or how he focuses on the activity he has planned, how he is using the money to the last penny towards the purpose which the donor wants to give, and to show it in a very trustworthy and accountable system. So what we are trying to build here on the social stock exchange is provide standardization of services, standardization of how a NGO can project what it has done in the past or what it is going to do in the future. So social stock exchange is merely a tool to bring people who have money, who are willing to donate money to a particular cause here, especially those causes which are already outlined in the Niti Aayog as a developmental goal, and also bring about a change in the society, be a giver in the society. A donor would get more information about what is happening in his society or because of his small change that he is trying to bring in by giving that particular money. So there are three facets of this particular social stock exchange. One is the social enterprise itself, which is a charitable institution, which may be a trust, it may be a Section 8 company, or it may be a society register. That can come and register itself at the social stock exchange, and it can raise funds through one or two means. One is called as a ZP, that is zero coupon, zero principal. Basically, it's a donation, but it does not mean donation. It is a security as far as social stock exchange is concerned. The second aspect is the stock exchange itself that provides visibility to that particular NGO and the activities that it is doing. And the third aspect is what has been done is being now certified by somebody called as social auditors. So these are the three pillars of the social stock exchange experiment that we are trying. And mind you, sir, this experiment has been going on in 18 countries today. None of them have succeeded. And we are taking our baby steps in this particular laboratory, like Swamiji mentioned. This we are trying to see as an experiment to see how good it works, because India as a country does not have dearth of givers. The temple trusts in India are the richest anywhere in the world. So that shows that donation is not a problem. The problem is people would want to donate for an emotion, for a passion. So that is where we want to channelize or ensure that people get more accountability to what their money would like to do. And that is how we, as a principle, we believe if we are able to ensure that people get to see what their money is doing, they'll be more inclined to donate. So that for that particular reason, we are ensuring that the social auditors as third-party verification or validators of this entire exercise will come in and do the justice to as far as the society is concerned. So we have worked with this on this particular project along with the stock exchanges. The National Stock Exchange has put up a stall there. We will have technical sessions. They already have some flyers for you to carry home. So in case there are NGOs in this particular venue, they should be benefiting by just having an interaction with the National Stock Exchange employees that we are having. I am also available for some time after this particular session is over, so that if you have any queries or questions or clarifications, I'll be most happy to respond. Secondly, in the second part of the day from 3 to 6, we are equipped to have another session where we are going to address donors. So this session we have kept only for NGOs. The other session we are addressing is for donors. So today we are going to interact both with the foundations or social enterprises as well as with people who would want to give money to the social to this particular social experiment. With this, I am available. Please let us know if we can clarify any of your doubts, queries, or otherwise. The social stock exchange of NSE, the team is available with us right here. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you.
So much, Sri Jeevan Garu, for the wonderful thoughts that you have shared, which are beneficial to the organizations, NPOs, NGOs, and non-profit establishments in the country. And we look forward for our guidance, look forward for our assistance and support while we try to list Abhaya as an NGO in the stock exchanges. ఒకసారి మనందరం వారికి కరతార్థనలు చేద్దాం.